Future King Consort revealed. Speculation mounts on Leonor's husband. It follows your requested structure and tone, cinematic, emotionally charged, and believable, designed for a long-form royal documentary narrative. Spain watched her grow up. The perfect daughter, the poised princess, the future queen. But what if the man beside her isn't who anyone expected? What if the palace, behind those marble walls, has been hiding a love story that could rewrite royal tradition itself? It begins, as all royal stories do, not with a coronation, but with silence. The kind of silence that fills grand halls when whispers grow too loud to ignore. Princess Leonor of Spain, now a young woman, polished by protocol, disciplined by destiny, has entered a new chapter. And suddenly, Spain, and much of Europe, is asking one question. Who will stand beside her when she becomes queen? For the first time in decades, the Spanish crown faces a question not of bloodline, but of love. Leonor has always been the steady one. Unlike the media frenzy surrounding other royal heirs across Europe, she was carefully shielded. Her education, her service at the military academy, her quiet discipline, each move choreographed with precision. Yet, behind this carefully controlled image, something began to shift. At first, subtle glances during public events. A photograph blurred in the background. A young man whose presence seemed too consistent to be coincidence. The palace called him a close friend. The press called him the mystery man. And the people, they called him the future King Consort. So who is he, really? Some sources whisper he's a classmate from her boarding school in Wales. Others insist he's the son of a Spanish diplomat, educated abroad, well-spoken, and discreet. And then, the most tantalizing rumor, that he comes not from nobility, but from an ordinary background. If true, that would mark one of the most radical breaks from royal tradition in modern Spain. And that's exactly what makes this story so captivating. Because Leonor's reign isn't just about the monarchy's future, it's about redefining what a modern crown should look like. Love and royalty rarely coexist easily. The Spanish royal family knows that better than anyone. King Felipe VI married for love, but at the time, Letizia Ortiz was a journalist, a commoner, and divorced. It was a storm of criticism that nearly fractured Spain's royal image. Now, years later, their daughter stands in the same storm, perhaps stronger, but facing the same question. Will the crown allow her heart to choose freely? Or will tradition win again? Inside Zarzuela Palace, according to sources close to the royal household, conversations have already begun. Confidential meetings, discreet introductions, questions whispered in corridors about future suitability. A king consort, after all, isn't just a husband. He's the silent anchor of a reigning monarch, the one who must stand behind her without overshadowing her. In Spain's delicate constitutional balance, this role is as symbolic as it is political. Whoever he is, his every gesture, every photograph, will be examined, interpreted, magnified, and compared to centuries of royal precedent. For Leonor, duty has always come before desire. Every decision in her life, her schooling, her military training, even her first public speech at 13, was driven by the weight of a crown she has not yet worn. But now, with whispers of engagement and speculation growing daily, that balance is tested. Can a future queen love as a woman first, and rule as a monarch second? It's a question that has haunted every royal generation. For Leonor, it's not theoretical, it's deeply personal. Beyond Spain, the other royal houses are watching closely. In Denmark, Crown Princess Mary faced the same scrutiny when she married into royalty. In the UK, William and Kate proved that love could strengthen a monarchy if handled with grace. And in Norway and Sweden, modern royal marriages have redefined what royal even means. Could Leonor's choice mark the next great evolution of European royalty? Or could it trigger a backlash among those who still see monarchy as an untouchable relic of blood and lineage? The stakes couldn't be higher. Behind the cameras, sources say Queen Letizia supports her daughter's independence, remembering her own turbulent path to the throne. King Felipe, however, carries a different burden. As monarch, he must balance his role as father and sovereign. His every word could shift national opinion. Imagine the dinner table conversations. A father warning of the pressures of the crown. A mother urging her daughter to protect her heart. And a young woman, torn between them both, between history and her own humanity. Publicly, Leonor remains calm. Her speeches are poised, her gestures elegant, her smile, flawless. But even a perfect smile can hide uncertainty. Every headline adds pressure. Every rumor tests loyalty. Every photograph feels like a frame from a story she can't control. And yet, through it all, she continues to serve, to train, to prepare, like a queen who already understands the cost of her crown. If the engagement rumors prove true, Spain faces a defining moment. Will the monarchy embrace a love story that feels modern, relatable, and human? Or will it recoil, protecting its centuries-old code of silence and hierarchy? Either outcome reshapes the Spanish monarchy forever. A love story could unite a generation that has grown distant from royal tradition. But a scandal, real or perceived, could fracture it beyond repair. Perhaps that's why this story captivates so deeply. Because it isn't just about a princess or her mysterious suitor. It's about the eternal human conflict between love and duty. In Leonor, we see the reflection of every person who has ever had to choose between what they want and what they owe. And maybe, just maybe, that's why her story matters. Because if even a future queen can choose love over legacy, then perhaps tradition itself can evolve. The world watches. Spain holds its breath. And behind palace doors, the sound of history turning another page.